Okay, now that we're at this point, we have nice and simmered, and we've been stirring it for quite a while. So now it looks like this. So now we're ready to start applying it to our bowls for baking. So we'll shut the heat off. And these are our bowls. These have to be broiler and oven, of course, safe, so that you can use them for this. Now these aren't exactly French onion bowl soups, but I actually like these bowls for this. So we're going to use these. Now normally I'd use a ladle for this, but I seem to have technical difficulties with where the ladle actually is ran off to. So I'll be using this deep spoon. And what you want to do, make sure you get all the onion and everything too. Scoop it out, put it in the bowl. Now, these are big bowls, a little bigger than what we normally go with. So you should be able to make 6 to 8 servings with normal bowls. I'm going a lot heavier with these bowls to make a much bigger bowl of soup. So there you go. Now, this is basically what you end up with. It's a nice bowl of soup like that. Now, if we put this down, we grab our bread. Now, and these bowls are pretty big, so I'm going to have to put a little bit more bread in here to kind of fill it up. Okay, now we want to submerge our bread just a little bit. Okay, it gets a little mushy. Watch out, this stuff's hot. Okay, so now we've done that, we'll get the cheese. Okay, now that we got our bread in there and it's soaked, what we do is 2 pieces of provolone and 2 pieces of Swiss. Now, this you can use other cheeses. I've heard in the north of France they use mozzarella. I heard that from somebody. I'm not quite too sure if that's true, but I like to put the provolone in first, and I like to make it so I pretty evenly cover everything if I can. Get as much of a covering as I can with that. Then I come back. I always like to put my Swiss on top, just because Swiss is kind of a top cheese, if you ask me. Now usually you'd have it a little fuller and you let it overlap a little bit, but these are big bowls. So we're not going to quite get there. What we are going to do, I'm going to make this another even spread. As even as I can get it. Get a little overflap there. We'll put this one here, and that one here, and there we go. Now we're ready. Now we take this and we put this in the oven, and we set the oven on broil. And we put this at the top and let it broil down, and then once the cheese on top is kind of a golden brownish, that's when it's ready to be pulled out, and voila, French onion soup. Thank you for coming to Wayne's Kitchen. Now this is what you want to do. You want to lift this rack up a couple notches down. You want to have about a foot of space, maybe about 9 inches, 10 inches to the rack from the broiler up top, and then set your bowls in there and then set it to bake, broil, and then everything should work out good for you. So as you can see, everything's bubbling and churning. This is what we want, and when it gets to be a golden brown, that's when we're done, and that's the cheese on top. And when all is said and done, voila, French onion soup the way it should be. And so you can play with the cheeses. You can use Munster, like I said, I've seen it done with mozzarella, but the traditional true way to do it is provolone and Swiss cheese, and voila, enjoy. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen, Wayne's Kitchen, where we just made French onion soup. And we come back next week with a different episode. I'll be cooking something different for you. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you. Have a good day.